Okay, Jaguars Texans. Let's pause it right here to set the stage. I'm sure there were many Texans fans who decided, this game's horrible. Let's just go out to the store and get our groceries for the week, and came back home saying, "What happened?" Well, here's what happened. So the score was 29-10 in the fourth quarter. It's a 4th down and 2. If the Jaguars get a stop here, I mean, it's already over anyways. You're up at 19, but then it's really over, right? But backup quarterback Davis Mills takes the snap, runs play action, flips it. They're able to convert the 4th down in 2. Ultimately, they score a touchdown a little bit later. They also go for 2 and hit it to make it a 11-point game. So now, okay, Jacksonville has a little bit of work to do. Again, they're fine. You run out the clock here, 11 minutes left, get a nice drive, just kill a few minutes, and realistically, you're fine. Although, 3rd down and 9 here for the Texans, that's good. Also, you're gonna see that it's they send a house, they get pressure, gets home. Lawrence gets tackled inside his own 10-yard line. So now the Texans, when they get the ball out around midfield, and all of a sudden, it just feels like they're a different Texans offense. You're going to see some nice plays from Davis Mills. Again, Davis Mills, a backup quarterback, in because C.J. Stroud is injured for the game, so he played the whole game, and you see him throwing some nice throws here, a couple of nice plays, and now all of a sudden, you look down, and it's a 5-point game here for the Jacksonville Jaguars, and now they really need to get their offense going. The good news is you see they're already at midfield. It was a really nice kick return. So you know what? You get 1 first down. We know Cam Little has a big leg. All you got to do is gain 4 yards. You're in field goal range, and you can go from there. Trevor Lawrence is going to take the snap. He looks over the middle. He throws, and the ball is tipped. You almost wonder, do you go for it on 4th and 4 in this situation? Obviously, you don't want to give them good field position, but you also, given the way they're scoring, everything will be looked at after something like this. But they decide to punt, and the Texans get in field goal range. They're going to get a foul there. Didn't seem like a lot of contact, but ultimately a foul, which gave them 1st and goal. However, they moved pretty far back after that with a false start penalty and not being able to gain any yards. They find themselves 3rd and goal at the 14. And for Jacksonville, okay, you're not feeling great about how this whole situation has gone. The fact that you need a stop here, but ultimately, 3rd and goal at the 14-yard line, that's really tough. For Houston, you're kind of thinking, hey, maybe just try and gain some yards on a play like this, and then hopefully on 4th down you can convert. Well, Davis Mills, of all people, Davis Mills takes a snap, and there is just no one covering him. It's man coverage. No one's thinking Mills is going to run for it. Well, he does run for it, and he gets it, so they're able to score the touchdown, and just like that, it is a 1-point lead. But of course, you don't want just a 1-point lead. You want a 3-point lead with 31 seconds left. So they're going to go for 2 here on this play. And this feels like a big play because, we know Cam Little on the other side, he made a 70-yard field goal in preseason. He set the record with a 68-yard field goal just last week. So they don't need to get too far. And with the new kickoff rules, it's not too hard to get close to midfield. And on this play, Mills just, snap came in hot and a little bit low. It looked like maybe Mills wasn't fully ready for it. They don't convert. And so now Jacksonville is in this situation. Again, this has been an absolute disaster. But all that being said, you're at your own 33-yard line. Look at the field goal target line. It's at the 50. I mean, I've never seen that before where it's literally at midfield. That's where they're going towards. And even if they don't get to midfield, they probably would still try it, right? Well, on the first play, it's going to be a disaster. You see it's a sack. Lawrence got to make sure you don't do that with pressure. Gets sacked, so now they find themselves here. This is midway through a play now. 2nd down and 19. This time they don't send pressure. It's a 4-man rush, and the Jaguars are out of timeouts. So, again, the game kind of feels over at this point. However, watch Trevor Lawrence with what could have been the play of the game. At this point, you see him do a great job of running. He gets close. On this one, you're going to see him roll out. He throws, and he seemingly gets them inside field goal range, well inside Cam Little's field goal range. However, there was a flag called. Again, if this was just incomplete, you're at the 45. You could try a 72-yarder. I mean, they would try that with Cam Little. You see right here, this is the only angle we saw. It's illegal hands to the face. Was this a penalty? Well, I'll let you be the judge. I mean, you're going to see, it's so hard to tell with this angle. I mean, it's pretty far away. It's kind of hard to say it. I'll show a more zoomed in angle to see if that helps at all. Again, wish we got a better angle here. It does look like the hand does get up there. I think it does, right? That's what it looks like to me. I don't know. Maybe you'll disagree. It looks like it was the right call. Ultimately, though, Horrible call in that situation, because now the Jaguars are here. As in horrible, I mean like horrible to have it get called on you if you're the Jaguars, because now it's a 10-yard penalty, so they can't even try a field goal now, and there's only 7 seconds left. The clock still runs even on a play where there was a penalty. So because of this, you have no timeouts. What you need is in the next 6 seconds to gain at least, the yardage that you lost, at least another 10 yards here, and get out of bounds. And so because of that, what Houston is doing is they're guarding the sideline. So Trevor Lawrence takes a snap. It's just the 3-man rush, and even with the 3-man rush, it's kind of getting home for Lawrence. I honestly wonder if he was going to just go for a Hail Mary here because nothing's open towards the sideline. Why not just use this as your opportunity to try for a Hail Mary, because the defense had to set up for something else. Although when he goes to just kind of desperation throw, it gets batted up and ends up in the hands of a defender who returns it all the way for a touchdown. So what ends up happening officially is that the Houston Texans outscored the Jaguars 26-0 in the fourth quarter to get a 7-point victory. I mean, talk about one of the crazier endings you'll see. And in fact, we've seen this twice now this season, basically. We saw the Jaguars. We saw the Giants and the Broncos have a very similar thing, where the Broncos were up, they were down 19-0 entering the fourth. They end up scoring 33. That was a weird one because both teams were scoring. Here it was crazy because the Texans defense basically had to be perfect the entire fourth quarter if they were going to have a chance, and perfect they were. We always talk about comebacks with the offense, but really this was a defensive comeback. Well, the offense still had to be perfect too. I guess it's both, right? Both have to come through, and both did. And what a tough loss for the Jaguars to fall now to 5-4, and the Texans not dead yet, 4-5, a win they needed. Ultimately for Jacksonville, I mean, you can't help but feel like this is just a devastating loss for a team that was buyers at the trade deadline, right? They added Jacoby Myers on a 1-year rental. Like they're trying to go for it this year. To drop this one with the Colts continuing to win games, it's going to be tough. They have to fight for a wild card spot against Kansas City. That doesn't seem like a great situation, although they have beaten Kansas City this year. And for Houston, I mean, it keeps the season alive. Like they would not still be in it if they did not pull off this victory. 3-6 with the schedule they have. Even now, it's going to be tough, but they're still in it. They're still in it. So, yeah, crazy game, crazy finish. Let me know in the comments below what you think. Always love hearing from you. And, of course, as always, thanks for watching.